Hello and welcome. I'm Oksana, and this is Oksana's Oracle Corner. I'm glad you made it here. Hello to any new viewers, and hello to any returning viewers. I hope you're having a good day, night, evening, whenever the heck you're watching this. So, earlier today, I was thinking about trauma, as you do, um, not necessarily like my own, but just the term generational curse breaker. And that just had me thinking that there has to be a spiritual connection. Holy crap, my candle's going nuts. Um, oh, I have a past lives deck that I've not used here yet. I got it recently at the end of November at the Gothic Market. This is interesting. I've not had like a see how it is. It's like a wheel. It's interesting. I like using it. I've used it quite a bit with myself, but I wanted to use it with you guys because of the trauma connection that I made today. So, um, oh gosh, what was I saying? Sorry. Um, so I think that there's a spiritual connection there with um, trauma and curses. It seems like some people go through a little bit harder of a time at life than others. It seems like some people literally have curses put upon them. Um, and that got me thinking. So when I was 17, um, I lived in Indianapolis, and the 9/11 memorial had been recently put downtown on the canal, and I was down there with a friend for Irish Festival. And when we left Irish Festival, we went across the street to where they have the 9/11 memorial at, and there was a group of people there. Long story short, I ran into a psychic medium, and she told me things that she could not there's no way that she could have known. And she talked to me about my connection to source and how I can pick up on energies. And at 17, it freaked me out. So I didn't ask her whole lot of questions. Um, but she had told me that I had something like attached to me, like something like an entity, basically. And that freaked me the hell out. But I've thought about it damn near the rest of my life after that encounter with her, and I have gone to her house separately after that event for, like, a group guided meditation during the spring equinox several years ago. It was lovely, I loved it, but I didn't find it an appropriate time to try to ask her about um, that experience and try to get that information out of her, like, "What the heck were you talking about?" Like, but I think I figured it out now after going through my own life experiences since then. I think that some people do have these entities attached to them. I'm gonna take that as confirmation. Uh, and it it feeds off of people's traumas and it can cause traumas depending on what it is. I might be wrong, but I think I'm pretty spot on. I think the candle thinks I'm right too. Okay. So we'll see if that resonates with this reading. Maybe it's just helpful for somebody. It kind of gave me a little bit more clarity on my life once I had that realization. So maybe that will help somebody. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I'm not going to take too many of these because with this deck, I feel like you kind of get into the weeds with it and it can get really repetitive. So we have out here ice disaster hall. Oh, hail. I can't read hail. Beggar. Secrets exposed. Limitation or disease. Hmm. This card's talking about discrimination. That's interesting. Okay. Tell me more about the collective, please. Past life energy. Got father identity, LGBT love. Navy, Air Force. And some of this might be playing out today. Stuff from past lives can play over into your current life, especially if it's stuff that you have to learn, lessons that we have to learn again. Pre-Columbian American, grandchild, prophecy and gifts. Yeah. Mm, collector, professional. You were an artist in a past life of some sort. Collector and professional is standing out the most. There's hobbyist on here and model, but artist is the main one on the card. Mm. Yeah, in past lives, you carry over past knowledge and gifts, so you choose to listen and pay attention to them. Not all of us pay attention to them. We've got gladiator out here and duelist, athletic, astral experiences, out of body experiences. You may be having those now. You may have had them a lot in your life, especially if you've had a lot of trauma. A lot of the traumatic events that I've gone through, I've had out of body experiences. Post life review, yeah. Near death experience. Wow. I've had a couple of those in my life. You may have gone through several of those in this life and your past life as well. Tell me more. I said I'm not gonna. I'm a liar. At least I'm a liar about not pulling more cards, right? Good Lord. My throat was fine until I came over here to do a reading. Good Lord. We've got Bully out here, Tormentor, Flying Monkey. You got Love Affair, Power, like a lesson in power, Crusades and Inquisition. Ooh, that was a horrible time to be alive. Grandparent identity. So it sounds like you might have been a bad person during the Crusades. Not a very savory character, huh? We can't all be great, right? It, you reincarnate as different genders, different races. So it's not outside of the realm of possibility that you were also a giant piece of crap in a past life, right? You could be a giant piece of crap right now, or you have been in the past. We all slip into karmic energy. When people talk about karmics in readings, I mean, that's just somebody that's in a lower vibration than you, right? That's all that is. Um, well, that's not to say that they can't come out of it, but they have to do the work to come out of it. So we have imprisonment, trauma, location is Mexico, unrequited love, faith, possessive love, adult male, early Stone Age. Hmm. We got execution, switch, like you know, a switch off of a tree, rescuer, abused, abusive relationship. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. That's so heavy. Let me. It just feels like stuff that you've carried over from past life, and I feel like a good chunk of it has played out again for you in this life, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. That's a lot to have to go through repeatedly. Mm, let's see. Stand your ground and spiritual union are on the split there. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. See. Whoa. Didn't even get to shuffle. That came out. Sacral chakra. That has to do with your actual energy, you know? You know what I mean? Your Tell me more about that. That could have been blocked. Whoa, why is that here? Hmm. This was in the reading from last night. That's interesting. That shouldn't be there, but whatever. I don't know how that got there. That might still be relevant. Accelerated motion. Wow. Okay, we're not doing all that. That's silly. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Movement choices. I want to put that back in there too. I'm sorry. Movement choices and decisions is what it was. After accelerated motion. I mean, it might be. I don't like the way they fell out. Obstacles and challenges. Oh gosh. Trapped in fear. Hmm. I feel like some of you may have been celibate and you've been building up your sacral energy, which is also um, creative energy for those who don't know, especially when you build it back up, especially with this accelerated motion here. But then you have obstacles and challenges, trapped in fear. Tell me more. What is this? Is this a collective or is this somebody in the collective? Stand your ground. Oh, passion ignited. Stand your ground. This yeah. I'm about to say conflicting energies and mental conflict just came out. Trapped in fear, mental. I don't. This is not you. I feel like you are standing your ground against somebody who brought obstacles and challenges to your life. They're trapped in fear. They're in mental conflict. The passion ignited. I think that's them for you, but you're standing your ground here. Tell me more. Hope. Is this them or is it you? You could have hope for the future. They could have hope for you, but if it just doesn't seem like it's somebody you want to be with. Let's see. Foundation and achievement. Temptation. Yeah. No, conflict and defeat. No, you don't want to be with this person. It's going to lead to a bunch of bullshit. That's what it is. Tell me more. Power. You need, yeah, stand in your power. That fell out right on top of stand your ground. You need to stand in your power. Yeah. I don't know what this person wants. Well, I mean, they want you, right? But you don't want them. Tell me more. I need to switch to the Buffy deck. It is time to switch. Oh, my poor weak little fingers cannot deal with this card stock to save my life. I need buff Arnold Schwarzenegger fingers. Oh no, what happened here? I'm sorry, those. My deck is hold on. Let me pause this really quick so I can organize my poor tarot deck. Hold on. Oh, okay, I fixed it. Oh no, dropping stuff. Okay, I will shuffle these right now. Okay, okay, Spirit, tell me more. Tell me some more about this. Give me a little bit more insight. Who's this person in the collective's energy? Who's the person? The devil. Oh my God, no, 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 Miss Ma'am. Run, bitch. don't, don't entertain this person. Oh no. Oh no. The page is sideways. The ten of stakes. Yeah, you're saying no, 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 no. You're gonna defeat this devil. That's for damn sure. The Four of Cups came out sideways. I feel like that's their energy, not yours. Like, what? This person's energy is just kind of funky. The High Priestess, the Moon, Page of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, God. With the Moon out here, followed by the High Priestess, I feel like you've been dealing with healing your own traumas and things that you need. I feel like the situation has triggered a bunch of stuff in you, and that's bubbled it up to the surface. So you've had to deal with it. You've been balancing it, but you also see the situation for like what it is with the high priestess out here. Your intuition's very strong, and your intuition that came out in the past lives deck at the beginning. And like I said, that kind of stuff, what you learn and gain in the past lives that gets carried over to your current life. So you have a very high intuition. I feel like you're also really good at manifesting. I'll be surprised if the magician doesn't come out for you. But that's definitely it's yeah, you. The Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. It's like golden retriever boyfriend energy coming in, like it's new, fresh. Tell me, tell me more. Very serious, like whoa, whoa. The King of Cups sideways. Then followed by the Knight of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The Four of Stakes. Hmm, the Six of Stakes. Hold on, let me get my booklet really quick. Okay, so with the King of Chalices sideways and the Knight of Chalices followed by that, this person from the past tried to deceive you and manipulate you. They probably tried to love bomb you. And then you have the 7 of stakes, followed by the 4 of stakes, and then the Ace of Cups. So, yeah, this person, they backstabbed you in some way, it seems like. They did something to hurt you, manipulate you, like I said, they did something, and you went into, like, this rest and rejuvenation period, and you focused on yourself, and you poured back into yourself. Ooh, the Queen of Cups reversed. Ooh, who is that? No, the King of Scythes reversed. Ew. Uh, Is that the past person and somebody that they're attached to? What is this? I got the ick. I got the ick. I heard she's got the look. She's got the look. Who? What? Okay. The Emperor reversed. Mm. I think that's what the past person is sitting in. What is what why? Why is this past person hanging on to you? Spirit, why? Why is this person hanging on to the collective? Oh my. The Knight of Stakes, Death, the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Stakes, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, give me another second to sit here with this. Let me pause it just a second. So I'm not quite sure if this is your energy yet or if it is the other person's energy, but it's death to uh, like an intellectual period for you, basically. Like you go through this intellectual period and then you start pursuing some type of financial gain or what you perceive is a financial gain. Either way, you're chasing materialism. That's the point is you're chasing materialism. It's not going to be what you think it is. And then it's going to leave you in a financial hardship is what it seems like. Is this the collective's energy or is this the past person's energy? Strength. Yeah, you're gonna need it to get through that. Ace of Scythes. That's energy that will swing either way in this situation. What is this? Queen of Scythes. Somebody's watching you. The Ten of Pentacles. Somebody's snooping on the internet. Could be on their phone, could be on, whatever. They're looking through your social media, spying on you. Ten of Pentacles. But what heed that warning, I guess. I don't know. I mean, if it applies to you, it applies to you. If not, then it's for the person that's in your energy. Tell me more. Mm. Oh, somebody has too many choices here. Which choice to make? Which choice? Don't make the wrong choice, right? Don't make the wrong one. What is this? Tell me, spirit. Wow. Ten of Cups. Let's see. I don't know if these landed. The Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Scythes, and the Hermit. Hmm. things are turning in your favor after a forced period of, emotional turmoil and change. You need to focus on your money and your future. I think you've been doing that. That's just the energy that you've been in. Mm. All that whatever you went through, it forced you whatever this person did, it forced you through this emotional turmoil and into hermit mode, and then you started focusing on your money. You said, "F this person." Yeah, you kicked their ass and you focused on your money. You've been working hard to get your money up. You might have started a new career, or you're going to, or a hobby of yours is going to take off, something, whatever it is, you know. Your intuition might be screaming at you right now to complete projects or to start that thing, that little idea that you had the other day that you're like, oh, that's not going to work. You need to do it. You need to invest in that. Tell me more. Tell me more. Mm. Yeah, your financial situation is going to level out. You just have to keep going. You're the little engine that could. If you can get through all the crap that you've already been through in your life, this little speed bump is nothing. Just keep going. Just keep going. You can do it. Yeah. We're not doing that. That's silly. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's that that other person's energy just keeps trying to come out. They are an emotional mess is what it feels like. And like I justice sideways. Yeah, no justice for that. I'm sorry. I don't like this past person. Um they did you dirty and I don't like it. I don't like it. You've been through too much to have somebody treat you like crap. Mm-mm. No, no, no. We're leaving that kinda energy behind in 2025, right? We're not trying to drag people around to us like a freaking ball and chain. Nope, nope, nope. Not in this life or the next. Tell me more. Temperance. That's you. You're balancing your emotions from this situation. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's that's a beautiful energy. I'm gonna leave it there. After all this bullshit this person put you through. Let me pull a couple from oh god. And knock all my boxes back. Scooch scooch. Okay. Where are we out on time? 28 minutes? Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Can't believe I have this much energy right now. I had to stay up to do work on a nail set, nail orders. Oh, tell me about the collective. What does the collective need to know from the Indigo Angel deck? I feel like they need to hear. I might pull the other deck I have. Let's see. What messages does the collective need to go? We're gonna end on a even though the temperance is good, I like that, but still like that person's energy that kept coming out. They're trying to be dominant and I don't like it. Ask for a sign. Yeah, ask your loved ones, your spirit guides, past our loved ones, right? ancestors, ask them for a sign, ask spirit, ask them for a sign for what direction you need to go to for your business, whatever it is. Ask them for a sign. Also, it's not out here, but connect with your guides and your spirits, right? Compassion. Show yourself compassion right now. You've been through a lot, especially after dealing with this person. And that's not to say that you haven't been doing it, but because that is out here, but that might just be a reminder, you know. But I feel like you could probably do it just a little bit more. Look through the situation. You've been doing that. You've been doing that. Sorry, I just dropped this. I got butterfingers. Okay, let's see. Get a couple more. And I will switch over to the what's that we got? You are not alone, yeah. You your ancestors and your spirits are around you right now. Sometimes, you just have to ask them for help. You have to talk to them. You have to acknowledge them to get their help. Otherwise, sometimes, depending on the situation, they just stand around and watch. They don't help. They don't intervene because you're not working with them. Acceptance. Explore. Yeah, I feel like you're getting out and exploring more, exploring who you are. Acceptance is out here. You're accepting who you are, especially after everything you've gone through in life, and especially after this last little thing. Like I feel like this was just like the last thing for you. You're just over it, right? That's it. I'm focusing on myself. I don't need you. Oh my. These were the only ones that were flipped up. Dance with life. Do something to change your energy, right? Yeah. Been talking, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. And yeah, I already said your intuition was high and your manifestation skills, I think, are high. Double mission, channeling, and uplifting humanity. What? Oh, we're not doing that. We're not doing it. The cards the energy's getting funky. Let me shuffle the deck a couple of times. What else does the collective need to know? Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Yeah, you're you're very spiritual, or at least you have very high spiritual gifts. You need to tap in and use them. You don't have to use them. Sorry, you don't have to use them on on a public forum or platform like how I'm doing it, but at least use it to your advantage in your own life. You know what I mean? Use it to make you know better decisions. You use your discernment about people, about situations. Use your spiritual gifts in whatever way you can in order to gain in life. It is, although, material money is great, right? But I think spiritual wealth is it's a lot higher on the level of I would say a soul purpose rather than chasing money. You should chase your soul wealth. How wealthy is your soul? Not how wealthy is your pockets. Trust your path. If you knew you were supported, what would you do? What would you do? Exactly. Like, what was I just talking about? What would you do? You need to listen to your intuition and let it guide you. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Yeah. I oh, I flipped one that was already out. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. I feel like that's this whole situation that you went through. I feel like that's kind of been like a long unfolding for you, but I feel like this last situation is you finally crossing through the threshold. I feel like you've been it's like situation after situation. You're kind of like running down a long hallway. Like you see this door that's like a new door pops up here and like I don't know, some bullshit comes out of it. You just keep trying to get down the hallway. You're so focused on this story, you're getting a lot better at dodging the things that are coming out at you, right? Like, it's getting a little easier for you, and finally, at the end of the tunnel, boop, boop. So, like I said, I don't think everything happens for a reason, but, like, I know for a fact that if I hadn't have gone through things that I've gone through in my life, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Emotionally and spiritually, just as a person, just wholly as a person. Um, I wouldn't wish anything that I've gone through on anybody, but yeah, I mean, I've also, I mean, I've had spiritual gifts since I was a child, but you know, life kind of got in the way, pushed things back a little bit, and then I just had to I don't know. Fall deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into a spiritual awakening, trust my own discernment. It's been a process, and I think it usually is for people when they're going through a spiritual awakening. People seem to think that it's like a thing that happens overnight, but at least for me, and I think for a good majority of other people, it's a long thing that's drawn out. It's very much a dance, not so much as a plunge, so to speak, if that makes sense. So, hopefully this made sense and resonated with somebody, and I hope you gained some clarity. If not, maybe you just liked hearing me talk. If you could, leave a like or comment down below if it did resonate with you. I would appreciate it. Or give me a subscribe. It's free, costs you nothing. It is an energetic exchange, though, so keep that in mind. But I would appreciate it if you are so comfortable in doing so. Otherwise, I shall catch you in the next one. Bye.